After a slow start, Paul Goldschmidt is back in a big way. Drew Pomeranz will try to quiet Goldschmidt and the Diamondbacks. Game 3 is next on Fox Sports San Diego. Welcome to Chase Field from the desert in Arizona. It's the San Diego Padres at the Arizona Diamondbacks, and it's Game 3 of the three-game series. Well, Yangervis Solarte has been red hot for the Padres over the last 3 games, a .429 average. How about 3 home runs fresh off the DL and getting it done? Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, today a big game for the Padres after winning the first game of the series and coming back at a valiant effort in Game 2. Today is Game 3, and Drew Pomeranz on the mound for the Padres has been very good.
You know what I love about this game of baseball? The uncertainty of it all. You never know where a player's going to be in spring training. You don't know if they're going to break the rotation, but Drew Pomeranz is really taking charge and taking the opportunity, and he's running with it. Now, the first 9-game start of the season, this is Padre history, going back to the old left-hander, Cy Young, Randy Jones. Look at the ERAs. Drew Pomeranz is right up there with a .87 over his last 5 starts, but 9 starts, 1.70. You look at the hits innings pitched, 53 innings pitched. Don, he's only surrendered 30 hits. He's in complete control, and it's not just one pitch. It's all of his pitches. He's getting ahead, and he's putting them away.
One of the game's best players, the first baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Paul Goldschmidt. A slow start, but he's coming on now.
Paul Goldschmidt is one of those players, Don, that you know, it's as the summer heats up, I think Paul Goldschmidt will do the same. The first 15 games of May, almost non-existent. You didn't want to let him beat you because it would take maybe 1 pitch, 1 at-bat, 1 series to get this guy going. So the last 10 games, 364. Early on, he was taking mistakes. Now he's capitalizing on. He had a cutter the other day out of the hand of Vargas. He crushed it. Paul Goldschmidt could be on his way. We'll see how they pitch him this afternoon.
Well, this year so far, the Padres have had to use the disabled list so much, and it looks like they're going to do it again. We'll talk about another roster transaction for the Padres. News on Cesar Vargas when we come back after this. presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. By Petco, your complete pet store. By Pinnacle on the Park, make your new home here. Visit pinnacleonthepark.com for details. And by Volkswagen. Visit your San Diego County Volkswagen dealers to see their award-winning lineup of cars and SUVs today.
Welcome back, everyone. Cesar Vargas, having exited the game last night after throwing only 1 2/3 innings, left the game into the dugout, and here he is last night rubbing his elbow. This later resulted in a roster transaction, placing him on the 15-day disabled list and recalling from AAA El Paso reliever Leonel Campos. Here's Andy Green on the transaction.
I wasn't aware of anything until after the game yesterday. It was something after the game he came in and talked about some elbow discomfort, and we get him checked out by the doctor today, and just kind of talking to our trainers, didn't feel like he was going to be able to make his next start right now, and thought it was best to take a cautious route with him, get him checked out, get some diagnostics done, and find out where he is. And because of that, brought Campos back, kind of give the bullpen a rest. If we need another arm down there, he'll be available for us today.
Vargas may have been hesitant to announce that he was feeling the discomfort, given that he is a young pitcher, and didn't want to come out of the game. But we do hope that he is okay, and he will proceed to be evaluated by doctors. Coming up, the Padres take on the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 3 of the 3-game set. It's the finale coming up.
Strike 3 call.
Frozen pizza right on the inside corner.
Back-to-back go the Padres in the 5th inning. It's a 2-run shot. Will Myers drives in John Jay. Well, it's been an eventful first 2 games of this 3-game series, and today the finale of the 3-game series. The roof is closed today as anticipated, a warm day outside. After the roof had been open for the first 2 games of the series, we played day baseball. As we check out the visiting San Diego Padres starting 9 today, brought to you by Toyota. John Jay leading it off and in center field, with Will Myers batting second at first base. Matt Kemp, who has homered in each of the first 2 games of the series, in right field. Yangervis Solarte has been red hot in the cleanup spot, hitting at .310 right now. Melvin Upton Jr. is in left, with Christian Bethancourt catching the day game after the night game. Alexei Ramirez at shortstop, the Alexi Amarista at second base, and Drew Pomeranz rounds out the starting 9.
And making his third start, recalled for a second time, former #1 pick, 7th overall in 2011, is Archie Bradley. He's trying to establish himself, and he's really got an opportunity here with Shelby Miller going on the DL. He gets the start this afternoon. He's done everything he can in AAA, putting up good numbers. Now it's all about paying dividends at the big league level.
Now John Jay leading it off, trying to get it started here for the Padres. And the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike one. 92 miles an hour on that first fastball from Archie Bradley. Jay toting the 277 average coming in, and grab the outside corner. So 0-2 here quickly to Jay. Bradley's second stint of the year up here in the big leagues. Made his major league debut last year for the Diamondbacks. Jay will swing and miss. Ball gets away from Herman, but he runs it down and throws out Jay. So strikeout number one for Archie Bradley of the day. Well, defensively, from left to right across the outfield, behind Archie Bradley, Yasmani Tomas, Chris Owings, and Brandon Drury. Third to first in the infield, Phil Gosselin, Nick Ahmed, Gene Segura, and Paul Goldschmidt, with Chris Herman doing the catching today. The day game after the night game, so two new catchers in the ball game today for both the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Will Myers will take a look at strike one. 265 average to start the day for Myers. 7 home runs, 21 runs batted in for the Padres first baseman. Got that upright stance, and we'll take a look at ball one.
But already right out of the gate, right field for the Diamondbacks. Drury, he is what, maybe 3 strides from the warning track?
It's a chopper to third. Gosselin races in and throws in time to get Myers 2 down. It's time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Oh, I love home runs, and we know that chicks dig the long ball. How about Matt Kemp off of Zach Greinke? Look at where Greinke wants to throw it. Down and away. That's missing big time. And Matt Kemp deposits it in the left field stands. Home run number 12. Hitting the mistake. Hopefully we see more of that this afternoon and days to come for the Padre hitters.
Now 2 down here in the first inning. A strikeout and a ground out takes us to Matt Kemp. 12 home runs now in the year for Kemp. Curveball that time in there for a strike, right at the bottom of the zone. Kemp homering in the first game of the series on Friday night, followed it up with a first inning home run last night off Zach Greinke.
Pretty straight fastball from Bradley. Good curveball. He also throws the changeup. And there's Judy Kemp, Matt's mom, taking in a big league ball game. She's always Judy Henderson, I stand corrected. Judy Henderson getting some pictures of Matt. Always at Petco as well.
Swing and a miss, and Kemp down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the first for Bradley. The Diamondbacks are coming up. Diamondbacks coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Diamondbacks lineup brought to you by Hyundai, as Gene Segura leading it off at second base with Phil Gosselin at third, Paul Goldschmidt at first, with Brandon Drury getting the start in right field, Yasmani Tomas in left field, Chris Owings in center with Chris Herman doing the catching, Nick Ahmed at shortstop, and Archie Bradley, the number 9 hitter and pitcher.
Scouting report for left-hander. Who says 13 is unlucky? Drew Pomerantz. This scouting report brought to you by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. He's been dominating. He's got the great curveball. He's got the good fastball command. Boy, hits to innings pitch have just been remarkable. 53 frames, only 30 hits given up by Drew Pomerantz.
Really weren't sure what we were going to get from Drew Pomerantz to begin the year in spring training. A guy who was in the mix for the back end of the rotation for the Padres and made it out of spring training. And boy, has he been dazzling with that nifty 1.70 ERA. Segura, Phil Gosselin, and Paul Goldschmidt here in the first. Segura, great pickup for the Diamondbacks. 307 average. Will pop for a leadoff man. 5 home runs and 24 runs batted in.
He swings it, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He doesn't get cheated at all.
Yeah, he doesn't feel for the baseball. He attacks the baseball. As we mentioned before, not too many prototypical leadoff hitters, as manager Chip Hale looks on.
Grounder towards second. Amarista takes care of out number 1. Well, defensively behind Drew Pomerantz, as the Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Melvin Upton Jr. in left, John Jay in center, Matt Kemp in right, Jan Hervis Solarte at third base, Alexei Ramirez at shortstop, Alexi Amarista at second base, Will Myers at first, and Christian Bethancourt doing the catching. With Drew Pomerantz on the mound with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Here is Phil Gosselin. Gosselin, who's been coming off the bench in the first 2 games of the series, getting a start at third base here in the finale. Padres will be heading to Seattle after the ball game today in Arizona. A home-and-home series coming up with their natural rival in interleague play. 2 in Seattle and then 2 back in San Diego against the Mariners.
The battle of the Vetter Cup. Love it.
2 teams that just don't like each other.
Yeah. Bad blood. It's horrible.
Really nasty. I mean, spring training, you have to separate them all the time. Bill Miller's got the plate. He's the crew chief. Tony Rendazzo at first. Brian Knight at second. Todd Tichenor is the umpire at third. 3-0 pitch, and Pomerantz grooves it in there for a strike right down the middle.
I mean, it's like the Sharks and the Jets, West Side Story.
Pretty much.
Nighttime in Peoria, between the M's and the Pods.
We saw Zach Greinke last night able to get the win. The bullpen almost messed it up for him, as there is ball 4. Phil Gosselin on with a 1-out walk here in the first inning. Paul Goldschmidt. Told you he'd been struggling to begin the year. He's not struggling anymore.
Prior to this series, Paul Goldschmidt, he would let 1 or 2 good pitches go by. It seemed like he just couldn't pull the trigger. Well, I'll tell you what, in this series, he's been putting the ball in play, and that long ball was evident of what he can do on a consistent basis. This kid, he's Triple Crown threat. Hits for power, hits for average.
Runner at first, 1 down. And that'll drop in there for a strike.
Very good pitch. First pitch curveball for a strike. You bet.
Goldschmidt now 9 home runs after that home run you just saw from last night. 30 RBIs to go along with the 9 round trippers. Myers holding on Gosselin at first base. Carved foul down the right field line. You're talking about power for him being from foul pole to foul pole. The outfield here playing him to go the other way. John Jay with the right center field. So it's not all about pulling the ball, that's for sure. He can go anywhere. Pomerantz with that great 1.70 ERA, the record 4-4. Not indicative of the way that he has pitched. On the ground, foul, still 0-2.
Hey, all deuces, all number 2s to Paul Goldschmidt this at bat. Well, Christian Bethancourt is putting down the signs this afternoon. Oh, fastball away. Get it out there. Off the plate, maybe 2 baseballs width. See if he'll fish for it.
Too far away that time.
And for a guy who puts up power numbers like Goldschmidt, he's got a great command of the strike zone, too.
Last year, 33 home runs, 110 runs batted in.
Here comes the curveball.
And a grounder by the mound up the middle into center field. Headed for third is Gosselin. He'll get there. A good first to third running there. And all of a sudden, the Diamondbacks have runners at the corners with one down.
Well, Drew Pomeranz had the right idea, so let's go back. Remember how they started him off? All soft stuff. 1 curveball, 2 curveballs for a foul ball, another curveball. Now he's going to try to make him fish for the fastball away. He ain't biting. And then this one, that's just good hitting by Paul Goldschmidt. He has to protect the 2 strikes. He knows he can throw the curveball for a strike, and he just plays a little pepper up the center of the diamond for the base knock.
So first and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. And it brings up Brandon Drury. Moving all over from the infield to the outfield. Drury now in right field today. And a pitch blocked by Bethancourt. Pops up, bluffing a throw to third base. Catching the attention down there of Phil Gosselin, who scampered back to the bag.
Well, I've said it all along the series, Donald. If you keep Goldschmidt in the yard, hold him to a single, you're fine. 1 out, double play is in order. Drury has grounded into 4 double plays this year.
Breaking ball in there, first strike, 1-1.
That's a doozy, isn't it?
Yeah. He's gone to it quite a bit here early.
Wow.
We talked about how he throws it is so different.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. We can get that a little later. I'll tell you, when he starts his 8th inning of work, we'll show it to you.
Sounds like a broken bat. One hops out to short, to second for 1, on to first, and it's not going to be in time. Run scores as in from third is Gosselin. 2 things there. Ball not hit that hard to Ramirez, first of all. And second of all, Ambarista had a little trouble getting it out of his glove at second base. So reaching is Drury, and Arizona takes a 1-0 lead.
Alexei tries to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible. Off a little bit to Alexei's right, but Drury runs pretty well, and Don, you hit it. That ball snapped that bat, didn't hit the sweet spot, so it didn't get out to short very quickly.
So 2 down, run in. Drury at first base, be held on by Myers, and here's Yasmani Tomas. Started the first game, had last night off, and back in there today in the finale of the series, getting the start in left field. 271, 6 homers, 18 runs batted in for Tomas. Pomeranz giving up a run here in the first inning. Which had not allowed a run at San Francisco in his last outing. 7 shutout innings against that good San Francisco Giants lineup. To 111 pitches in 7 innings last time out. Away, and it's 3-0. The line against the Giants ended up being a no decision. Back to the last 2 starts have been against San Francisco. At home against the Giants, who went 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. In the outing prior, it's the fastball in there for a strike.
Nobody said this game of baseball was going to be fair. When you look at that line, you should crack open the paper the next day, look online,
see a W.
See a W next to your name.
Is that a few of those?
Yeah.
Good pitch, and that is called a strike. Full count.
Strike zone a little wide there, starting to swell a little bit.
Bill Miller, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes today. Brandon Drury at first base, 2 down. Arizona jumping on top here, 1-0. Runner will get a start, and a foul to the screen.
And he has to swing at that pitch because the one previous was a called strike.
As far as ERA goes, Drew Pomeranz lowest earned run average this season. Kershaw on top, 1.48. You get Jake Arrieta, of course, last year's reigning Cy Young Award winner, right in behind him, 1.72. Pretty impressive list of names to be on for Drew Pomeranz. There's strike 3. Tomas gets the bad news from Bill Miller. He's rung up. The Diamondbacks get a run and take a 1-0 lead at the end of 1. Pomeranz with his first K of the day.
A real good teammate named Dave Duncan, the great pitching coach who spent a lot of time in San Diego living there, was with the Diamondbacks as a consultant before I joined the team. And he met Andy in Mobile, and he called me. He says, I just met a young manager that has really got it. Just his thirst for learning and his instincts. And then, you know, a couple months later, I met Andy, was really impressed, and then he coached for us last year. I was more impressed. Padres been a great choice.
I had a chance to talk to Tony La Russa about what his thoughts on Andy Green were, and he had nothing but great things to say. Always wonderful to have the stamp of approval from a Hall of Famer.
Julie, I think that goes both ways as well. I think Andy Green certainly has mentioned many times things he has learned from Tony La Russa in the time that they were together here, and references him often.
When I first got to know Andy Green, I sat in his office, and that was one of the first questions. Who was one of the first or most influential up to this point in your career? And you mentioned the man on the left, Tony La Russa. Dave Duncan on the right, pitching coach under Tony La Russa for many, many years, even back with the White Sox. Now remember, Tony La Russa first started managing when he was like 34, I want to say, 35.
So he gets being a young manager.
Very young, and Dave Duncan has been with him all through those years. White Sox, A's, Cardinals.
So used to seeing them in uniform. Looking on here as we play in the second inning. Yangervis Solarte swings it to 2-2, takes it the other way into left center. That'll get down a gap or to the track of the wall. And Solarte scampers to second base on a leadoff double to open up this second inning. How hot has Yangervis Solarte been since coming off the DL?
Oh, it's got double written all over it from the left side. And you know what's nice? Yangervis not trying to pull everything and going the opposite way.
So leadoff double, first hit of the day for the Padres. First time Bradley will work from the stretch here. Now Melvin Upton Jr. stands in. Batting in the 5 spot on the Padres order. And he takes strike 1. Archie Bradley getting the start today. Melvin Upton with 6 home runs, 21 runs driven in. And a strike called. 0-2. An Upton fan here. Oh, right field line behind that right field pole.
We saw a retro Dave Winfield jersey as well. Pods representing out here in Copper Square.
0-2 is going to miss inside. 93 on the fastball by Bradley, but off the mark.
How about the pitch selection for Archie Bradley? Fastball, heavy on the fastball, 75%. Curveball coming in place, and show is the changeup.
To right field, and Brandon Drury out there waiting. Will make the catch. Tagging is Solarte, heading for third. Throw is going to be cut off, and a headfirst slide into third base for Solarte. He's 90 feet away now with 1 down here in the second.
Hey, good read by Jan Hervis. You read that ball off the bat, you've got plenty of time to get back to the bag. It's like a starting block, track and field event. You push off that base, and you slide just to play it safe.
So Solarte at third base, 1 down. Christian Bethancourt doing the catching today. 250, 4 homers, and 9 runs batted in. The majority of his playing time coming off the bench in pinch hitting role so far for the Padres. And of course, with Andy Green and the Padres carrying 3 catchers, you can do that with Bethancourt. So Hector Sanchez come in defensively. Infield in all the way around right now for the Diamondbacks, with a runner at third and 1 out in the inning. In the dirt for ball 2.
Well, Bradley's going to have to be careful with that fastball. It's a straight fastball to Christian Bethancourt, because we have seen the power if he connects with the fastball.
Walking lead for Solarte at third base. Good hitters count here for Bethancourt, 2-0. Foul off to the right. Did get the fastball. It was away though.
And that's exactly where a pitcher wants to be, 2-0. Did you see that pitch number 3 on the Fox tracks, right on the outside corner? You know, I like what I see in Bradley. He works quickly. He attacks the zone. There's that 4-seamer down and away.
Bethancourt to right field, and that's going to get in for a hit. From third comes Solarte, and the Padres tie it up 1-1. Christian Bethancourt takes it the other way to tie the game.
All rise. Bethancourt is now in session. Breaking ball. Taken the other way. Did you see him wait back a little bit? Almost like it just takes a little millisecond.
Let it travel.
Let it travel a little bit and try not to pull it. Oh, that's good hitting right there.
See why Andy Green wants to get Bethancourt in as much as he can. Offensively, he's been very good from the beginning of spring training right on through. Alexei Ramirez stands in and takes strike 1. And Ramirez still looking for that elusive first Padres home run. 237 average.
Called it the other day. I was wrong. Yeah. Well, I admit I was wrong.
Got to get the buzzer out again.
Yeah.
Gets away briefly from Herman, but it still can't seem to pick it up. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, knock out Archie early. It's his second time being recalled to the big leagues, a 7.8 ERA. Hopefully get to that bullpen. That's been a major key. And knock him out again. And then how about some support for Pomerantz? Give the kid some runs. Give him like 5, 6, 7, 8 runs so he can go deep into the game 7. And that is dictated by how many pitches he throws early, of course.
What do you think about the runs that Christian Friedrich got the other night?
Yes.
That kind of scenario hasn't happened often.
Some guys get all the love. Rod Stewart said it himself. Some guys get all the breaks. Some guys do nothing but complain.
How many more can you go? In the dirt, and it is blocked by Herman to his right. I'm afraid to even ask that. I know you probably could recite the entire song word for word.
Probably not.
No, that's it. That's all you got.
Just the chorus.
One out, Bethancourt at first base. A run in for the Padres, and Alexei Ramirez with a count of 2-2. Right now, the Diamondbacks double play depth here in the middle. And a fly ball headed out towards right field. Drury's been busy out there. And he'll make the catch for the inning's second out. No advance for Bethancourt at first base. We talked about Bradley being a first-round draft choice. We take a look at some of the other names on there from the 2011 draft. Pretty good draft.
Yes, it is. Some guys paying some dividends and some guys on the horizon. Of course, Joe Ross, former Padre, now with the Nationals. Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's hurt right now with the A's, correct?
Yes, he is.
I think he's on the shelf.
On the DL.
Jose Fernandez, we know about his comeback from Tommy John surgery. That's a good draft.
2 down in the inning, and a first pitch strike to Alexei Amarista. And the start at second base. 239, no homers and 4 runs batted in. It's been a 20 pitch inning so far for Archie Bradley. He's pitched 31 of his outing. And that's going to pick up the outside corner. And again, it's been a little bit of a wide strike zone. Cesar Vargas on the shelf. Speaking of pitchers going on the DL. Elbow soreness for him, and placed on the DL. Lionel Campos called up from the El Paso Chihuahuas today.
Yeah, he just wasn't sharp last night. It looked like that cutter didn't have that break to it. It was just kind of rolling up there. Didn't have the consistent curveball. So the Brasso of Vargas feeling a little mallow today. So he goes on the DL. Brasso, arm. Malo, bad. Feeling bad.
Short lead at first for Bethancourt with 2 down in the inning. Starting to stop there at first. Wasn't going anywhere. And this one fouled back to the screen.
And how about Bradley going down to the strike zone? 2 pitches. Pepper then trying to go up the ladder. Trying to sneak the cheese by him.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Herman's going to throw him out, and he will to end the inning on the strikeout. But the Padres get a run to tie the score. Christian Bethancourt with single to right scores Yangervis Solarte. 1-1 the score from the desert. 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It's time now for the San Diego fan of the game.
Hey, rocking the Padres shirt. Yeah. Rooting on the Padres in the desert. Oh, yeah, rocking the 24-ouncer. Yeah. How you doing?
As we head to the bottom of the second inning.
See, Padre fans and Diamondback fans can coexist. And just, yeah.
It's not a problem.
Wearing it proudly. You bet.
And Chris Owings leading it off. Chris Herman and Nick Ahmed. Owings at .297 with a home run. 16 runs batted in and take the strike over the outside corner. Pomeranz walked Phil Goslin with 1 out in the first inning, and that walk turned into a run as the Diamondbacks, on a fielder's choice grounded into by Drury, jumped on top 1-0, but Padres able to answer with a single run of their own in the top of the second inning.
Well, in a perfect world, it'd be nice for Drew Pomeranz to throw fewer than 10 pitches this inning as he approaches 30 here in the second.
The breaking ball, seen a lot of those. And it's a good one, of course.
Yeah, and you know what, like whether it's your fastball, your slider, your curveball, your change, if you get that feel early for it and you're throwing it where you want it, hey, why not? Keep going to it. Fastball in here.
Oh. And it's taken a deep left field. Owens will drive that right out of the yard. Second home run for the Diamondbacks. Center fielder Chris Owings has put Arizona back on top 2-1.
Well, the tough thing here is that he had him in the hole 2-2. He wanted to bury the fastball in, and I tell you what, Owings was very short and quick to that baseball. You know, they always say that guys that flare balls the opposite way, oh, that's good hitting. Well, you know what? That right there was good hitting. He just didn't get it in enough on the 2-2 fastball.
Now Chris Herman batting, the catcher. 307, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. It's only the 4th home run given up by Pomeranz on the year. And this one puts the Diamondbacks back on top. Pomeranz a little frustrated with himself there, falling behind now 2-1. Herman bats now with Ahmed waiting on deck. So the bottom of the order, 6, 7, and 8 in this inning. Owings has started the inning with a leadoff home run.
And it's all about bouncing back, especially this part of the order. Okay, you give up a home run. Yeah, it's going to happen in this ballpark. It's going to happen in any ballpark, but you have to erase that, go back to your strengths, and try to get out of this inning with just that single run.
Line down the left field line, foul. Well, today's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. This team will get you for some extra base hits. It's one thing they're very good at. They are 3rd in Major League Baseball. In fact, with 177, Red Sox far and away the best, up over 200.
Yeah, when you break that down for the Diamondbacks, 2nd in the National League in doubles, 1st in triples, 4th in home runs. It's a lot of total bases. And they're 1st in that in the National League.
Owings with a home run in this inning. Now a payoff pitch that is driven deep and far, but foul. Owings, not a guy who you generally think of when you're thinking about power. 2 home runs in his last 309 plate appearances. Payoff pitch. And that's in the dirt. Missed badly for ball 4. Second walk given up by Pomeranz. And Herman aboard here. Going to bring up Nick Ahmed. Good look from high atop Chase Field here in Arizona. So 1 on and nobody out. Nick Ahmed, shortstop, toting a .208 batting average. Got the protective shin guard on that front leg. And a pop-up foul off to the right out of play. He's played a pretty good shortstop here in this 3-game series. On the ground, sharply hit, back up the middle into center field. Herman's headed for third, throws going there, but it's cut off. And it's first and third with nobody out here now for the Diamondbacks.
Let's see what pitch this was. Oh, it was a curveball. Just caught too much of the plate, just above the knees as well. And that's the pitch you got to be careful with. It better be buried inside. That's leaked over the heart of the plate. Speeds up the bat of that hitter. Easier for them to put that ball in play. So after the home run, a walk and a single. The Shriners meeting on the mound there.
So first and third again for the Diamondbacks. This was the scenario last inning. And the pitcher Archie Bradley coming up here.
Hey, watch for a safety squeeze. Watch for a suicide squeeze. Watch for the Butcher Boy. Pull back and swing. He could be swinging full time as well.
Check at first base on Ahmed, trying to see what he would do at the plate. Did not give it away if he was bunting, didn't square.
Right, and you know what? That's a good point because he did not move his hands, so that might indicate it could be like a safety squeeze. He's going to square late. See how he didn't square there at all either?
Nope.
Because you're not going to square until that pitcher gets to the throwing area up top. And then you're going to quickly turn around and square if, in fact, it is a squeeze or safety squeeze. I'm smelling something here.
There you go. Squares and offered at it, I believe. No one won the count. So that was going to be the safety squeeze if he got it down because Herman remains at third base, was not running. Keeping a close eye on the pitcher batting right now, Archie Bradley. Gets it down the first baseline. Here comes Herman from third. No play at the plate. And no play at first as it turns out. Throw pulls Amarista off. There was some contact there between Bradley and Amarista. And the Diamondbacks pick up another run. A safety squeeze. And Herman in from third. It's now 3-1 Arizona.
It's such a great play, isn't it? The job of the pitcher is to just bunt that ball, get it on the ground. The job of the runner is to see that ball off the bat, the trajectory. As soon as it's heading down towards the grass, you are off and running. Perfectly executed by the Diamondbacks and Archie Bradley. And the bad thing for San Diego is they don't even get an out on that play.
So it's first and second now. 2 runs in for the Diamondbacks. And the top of the order, Gene Segura. In the dirt, Bethencourt blocks it. Runners are on the move, and they're going to get there. So to not get that far away, but not hesitating and breaking right away. Ahmed and Bradley taking off, and they both move into scoring position with nobody out.
Well, that's the one of the things on the breaky ball that you have to be worried about. Not catching it cleanly, it gets away, and good leads by the runners. They see daylight. Sure, Bethencourt has a cannon for an arm, but he does the right thing there.
So the wild pitch getting 2 into scoring position. Infield in all the way around, and Segura takes that one up and away. So Pomeranz with 2 walks early in this outing, and both have led to runs. On the ground, softened towards third. Runners have to hold, and Solarte fires across for the out. So Segura retired. There's the first out, and infield in work there for the Padres.
Nice, good breaking ball, sharp breaking ball down to the zone.
So 1 out brings up Phil Gosselin. Walked and scored in the first inning.
You know, Don, when you look at the line, we talked about the ERA for Drew Pomeranz, but the walks have been kind of a flip of the coin, kind of up and down. 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 4. So kind of inconsistent in that role, but hasn't really let the walks bite him.
Down and in for ball 1.
I guess the bottom line is he's made some big pitches when needed after a walk. Hence the nice ERA.
He threw 22 pitches in the first inning. He's thrown 22 pitches here in the second inning. Has only 1 out so far here in the second. Pitch 45 coming up here for the lefty with the infield in all the way around with 1 out. And runners at second and third for the Diamondbacks. In there for a strike to even the count. This inning started with a home run by Chris Owings. His second home run of the year. In there for strike 2. Well, Diamondbacks against left-handed pitching this year. Here's where they rank. At the top, near the top. Gosselin on a check swing. They checked. Did he go? No. This is Tony Randazzo.
See how quick to the baseball in that pick Bethencourt was, and then the tag, and let the umpires sort it out.
Yep.
He's fun to watch back there.
He is. And as you mentioned, has a great arm. Not afraid to throw to any base at any time.
Hey, and in a situation like this, you never know. You throw behind a runner to try to get an out. That's why the runners have to be ready to go.
To second base, coming home with it is Amarista, and the tag is not in time. Just saying he's safe. Getting a face full of dirt there on the slide was Ahmed, who has been called safe on the field right now and has given the Diamondbacks a 4-1 lead, even with the infield in, and Amarista coming home. Apparently eluded the tag.
And immediately Christian Bethencourt was pointing towards the dugout to have Mark McGuire, one of the coaches, get on the phone to see what they got. Kind of tough to tell there if they got him on the side, on his left side down near the belt.
It looks like the Padres are going to challenge here.
You know what? For an umpire, that's a tough call.
That is a
I'm going
tough
to go
call.
out there and just, that is, you've got a runner coming in full bore. You've got a catcher catching a baseball, and with the swipe tag, how can you determine when the hand hits the plate and then when the glove hits the runner?
It's really tough.
That's a tough call.
Well, the difference of this game moving to 4-1 Arizona. Well, this being overturned and the out at the plate.
Hey, see the guy with the MLB.TV?
Yes.
The cap? You know who that is?
I do not.
Former Padre pitcher, former Giants pitcher, hard throwing, John D'Acquisto. Johnny D, working for MLB. San Diego guy. That guy can throw. He threw hard.
Yep.
Here's another look. See, you can't tell right there because
No.
you're screened by the runner. he definitely hits the plate with his bare hand.
Now the call on the field is that he was safe, and they're still taking a look at this. About a minute and a half deep into this. Meanwhile, Pomeranz throwing some warm-up tosses, trying to stay loose on the mound. He looks on as well. And he's still safe. Padres lose their challenge. So Goslin reaches at first base. Ahmed scores from third, and there's now 4-1 Diamondbacks. Taking third base was Archie Bradley. Now a full-fledged meeting at the mound. Well, it's now 4 runs allowed by Pomeranz. This is the first time he's allowed 4 earned runs in a game this season. And he's not out of the woods yet here. First and third with 1 out, and he's going to deal with Paul Goldschmidt.
Well, you were hoping when this inning started 6, 7, 8 that Drew Pomeranz would get through that and not have to worry about facing a guy like Paul Goldschmidt with runners on. Not the case.
Goldschmidt with a single to center field in the first inning. I think his second look at Drew Pomeranz today. 18 RBIs with runners in scoring position for Goldschmidt. To right, Kemp going back, still going, and he can't get it. Up over his head. Kind of got twisted up out there. Bradley will score. Goslin coming around from first. Throw will be not in time. 2 more runs in now for the Diamondbacks, who take a 6-1 lead. It's been a big inning, scoring 5 times so far here in the second on Drew Pomeranz.
Well, I think the sleeping giant has just awoken. Curveball. How many right-handed hitters with the physique of Paul Goldschmidt take a breaking ball in from a left-handed pitcher and drives it like that to the opposite field? My goodness. That ball was on the line there. Just short hopped the right field fence out there.
Well, a double to drive in a pair. Oh, liner foul. Carlos Villanueva up in the pen. Rapid fire right now. Brandon Drury grounded into a fielder's choice, picked up an RBI in the first. And that's going to drop in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Luis Perdomo, he's unavailable. 2 days in a row. He pitched, remember, he pitched the 9th on Friday. He pitched to 5 hitters, gave up the home run, hit a batter. And then last night, pitched 2 1/3.
Of course, just added Lionel Campos. You'd think he would be a candidate. 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. That one by him. So 2 down in the inning as Pomeranz picks up his 2nd strikeout of the day. It's been a big inning for the Diamondbacks after scoring 1 in the first, 5 in the second. Yasmani Tomas coming up here now for the Diamondbacks. 9th member of the Diamondbacks to bat here in the second inning. Was a strikeout victim in the first, went looking. That ended the first inning for Drew Pomeranz. On the outside corner for a strike. Chopper right side. Amarista plays the high hop. and throws out Tomas, but the damage done. Diamondbacks score 5 times, take a 6-1 lead. In place after this took place last year in the postseason. Chase Utley taking out Ruben Tejada at second base. And new rule this year, and I guess the Mets not forgetting about it, as yesterday it was Syndergaard throwing behind Utley and ejected immediately. This was the 6th game between the Dodgers and the Mets before this finally happened. And of course, Terry Collins also got ejected as part of that brouhaha yesterday. And Syndergaard throwing behind Chase Utley.
I thought it was brutal that Syndergaard got thrown out.
Probably should have been a warning there.
Yeah,
first,
he didn't hit him. Threw behind him, sure. But to immediately eject him?
A little quick. I guess the history precedes itself, though.
Yeah,
there.
but you can't, in my opinion. You can't, I mean. It's just frustrating when you see that.
And the Pomeranz strikes out 4 Ks for Bradley. Now has a 5-run lead to work with.
There has to be a warning issue, I think. That's just one man's opinion.
One down here in the 3rd, and John Jay coming up. Jay struck out swinging in the 1st inning, one of the 4 strikeouts for Archie Bradley today.
What do you think, Donald?
To center, and Owens is going to have that fall in front of him. John Jay has got a base hit. That is now 3 hits in the game. Still talking about Syndergaard?
Yeah.
I think there should have been warnings handed out, especially if they didn't hit him.
Right.
They missed.
Even if he hits him, you warn him.
I don't know about that.
Why?
I think the difference is if he hits him, then you got to. I mean, I think it's clear. I think it's clear that there's no question that he threw at him. So if that's the case, probably should be ejected. I mean, that is the rule, and that's why they took the warnings out. You don't have to have warnings anymore if you think it is obvious that he's throwing at him. And I think it's fairly obvious.
I think that one got away from him.
That's what he said afterwards.
Did he really?
That was his quote. It got away.
Of course it did.
Now Will Myers grounded out to 3rd base. First time up. Getting his 2nd look today at Archie Bradley. You take that back even further, and I still think that Chase Utley slide was ridiculous.
I do too. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there who say, oh, that's just good, hard, clean baseball.
Yeah.
No, that was a lawn dart. That was a tackle.
Yep.
It wasn't even a slide.
That was a cheap shot.
And you know, and don't tell me, you know, back in the day, there's footage of Hal McRae going into Willie Randolph that knocks him into left field, literally.
Ty Cobb.
Yeah.
Spikes up.
But you know what, though? That's I still think you can play the game clean and hard without doing stuff like that.
Hold off to the right on play.
I guarantee you that everybody in that Mets dugout was furious when that slide happened in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And of course, if you're a teammate of Chase Utley, if you're a teammate of Chase Utley, you're going to be patting him on the rear end and say, "Hey, good slide. Hey, way to go. You know, way to play hard and stuff like that." But always the opposition, they're going to have an issue with that. It's just inevitable.
Well, certainly they did, and of course was injured on the play, and now this year a new rule in place.
And once again, I will say you can still play this game cleanly, and you can play it hard by playing by the rules. A good, hard, clean side. But when you get air and you go into the guy's legs, I just don't think that's right.
Do you think they made a mistake by making the new rule this year and not kind of leaving it the way it was?
I think it should be a little bit more lenient rather than I think you should be able to go to the bag and still be within an arm's reach of touching the bag. Now, if that's the case, the umpires have to stick to it. If he's this far off the bag and he can't reach it, you bang him. If he can still touch the bag, you go in low. You know, you know who was really good at that? And I'm going off on all these tangents. Brian Giles for the Giants. He took out his brother at second base when he was with the Braves, Marcus. If you look up that slide, it was the perfect slide. He hit the ground before the bag, went into the bag low, and rolled on the ground. He didn't come up with his arms. He didn't come up with his spikes. It was just a good, hard, clean slide, the way that you should slide if you want to go in hard to the second baseman.
Well, Myers strikes out looking. That is 5 strikeouts down for Bradley. And 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Going to bring up Matt Kemp. Kemp, a strikeout victim himself back in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Trying to make it 3 games in a row for Matt Kemp, who homered in the 1st and 2nd games of this series.
That's why they call it the streak. Look at that. Look at that. Keep it going.
John Jay at first base, 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Padres with work to do. And speaking of Jay, they'll check on him. 12 home runs now in the year for Matt Kemp, with home runs in each of the first 2 games of the series, and the RBIs up to 32 on the season right now for the Padres right fielder.
Remember, pretty straight fastball from Bradley. Matt Kemp likes the straight fastball.
Got a 92-mile-an-hour fastball right there, but he fouls it back.
Hey, did you see the foul ball off the mask of Mike DeMuro in Toronto yesterday?
I did. That was scary.
Wow. Wow, that was scary. Foul ball off the bat right in his grill, and it literally brought him to his knees. He had to be taken out of the game.
Foul back off to the right. Undergo test for concussions, which is being taken very seriously by Major League Baseball now. A series of things you have to go through before you are cleared to, in this case, work again as an umpire, but to play again for the players. There's one test that is online. There's another that is a physical test in person. 1-2 pitch will bounce in. But all sorts of precautions being taken now. I think it's a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, with that said, imagine going back in the day how many times guys played with concussions back since the.
I think you had several based on.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
It explains everything.
I'm cloudy as it is already.
What you are, you know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. This is in the air foul off to the right.
Many times you ask me, hey, what's today?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. It ends in a Y. That's about all I know.
I will say this about you, which is amazing, because I'm having a chance to travel around to different ballparks with you. You remember everybody's name in every ballpark, from whether it be, no matter who they are, you know everybody. But yet, if I challenged you what you had for lunch yesterday, you couldn't tell me. It's amazing. Uncanny. Left side to third. Gosselin's throw is in time. Gone are the Padres in the top of the 3rd. It's 6-1.
I had a tuna sandwich yesterday for lunch.
at All-Star history brought to you by Geico. The highlight of the 2011 All-Star game played here at Chase Field. Game of the fourth inning as Prince Fielder drilled a 3-run home run off Rangers' C.J. Wilson. The home run would help propel the National League to a 5-1 victory, and Fielder would be named the game's MVP. Long ball was the first home run ever hit by a Milwaukee Brewers player in an All-Star game. That surprised me. All the great power-hitting Milwaukee Brewers. Prince Fielder with the only home run.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gorman Thomas, and I'm going back. But
Robin Yount.
Yeah. Ben Ogilvy. He led the AL one year in home runs.
Well, Harvey Keene's years, the Harvey Wallbangers.
Yeah.
Chris Owings led off the second inning with a solo home run. Started what would be a 5-run second inning for Arizona. And here he is leading it off in the bottom of the third inning. Fouled off to the right out of play.
I wonder if Gorman Thomas was an all-star as a Brewer. That's what we would have to check, because I know when you think of home runs, you think of Brewers. I think of Rob Deere, but Rob Deere never made an all-star team. So we'd have to check Brewers in the past that have made the Midsummer Classic. But you're right, Yount, Molitor.
Owings strikes out this time. That is the third strikeout for Pomerantz, and the first out here in the home half of the third inning.
Catcher, Chris.
So one down brings up Chris Herman. Get your game break coming up soon with Mike Pomerantz, Mark Sweeney. Yankees and Rays playing today.
Enjoying a big league ball game. Matching polos. It is a day game, and it's a game before 3 o'clock, so they're allowed to wear the polos.
Herman walked his first time up, came around to score. Soft breaking ball missing up top. Tenth start of the season for Pomerantz, and to this point his toughest. Did not give up more than 4 earned runs in an outing, and here he has allowed 6 in the first 2 innings of this game. And missing up top that time to Herman, as Pomerantz down 3-0. Nick Ahmed waiting on deck, and that's ball 4. 4-pitch walk.
The majority of those pitches have been up in the zone too, so Drew Pomerantz is going to have to make an adjustment, try to get a grounder.
There's a lot of walk in every inning so far today, and that's the second time that Chris Herman has walked on the day. 1 out, 1 on. Nick Ahmed coming up. Single to center, came around to score the 4th run. Down the right field line, headed towards the corner and the pole. It'll be a foul ball. Reynolds around down there in that right field corner. Slicing away, and Ahmed has to come on back. One out, Herman at first base. Number 8 hitter Nick Ahmed batting here. Padres infield double play depth. And a foul off to the right out of play.
MLB.TV Premium. It's the #1 live streaming sports service. Delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
1 out, 1 on. And an 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. This one will get away a long way back to the backstop. And that is strike 3. Apparently made no contact there, did Nick Ahmed, and Herman will take second base as Bethencourt racing back to grab it. So strike out the fourth for Pomeranz, second of the inning.
Oh, this curveball is spiked before home plate, off the shoulder of Bethancourt, all the way back to the screen. Tough for any catcher to try to block that one.
So a wild pitch charged to Pomeranz has Herman in scoring position. Here's the Diamondbacks starting pitcher, Archie Bradley, and a bunt single in the second inning and picked up an RBI. And the breaking ball in there for strike one. Center fielder Jay over towards right center, gap out there in left center. That one's by him, back to the fastball at 92.
Hey, when you throw the curveball for a strike and then you throw the 92 looks like 98. Coming in hot.
Curveball for strike three gets him, and Pomeranz ends up striking out the side now at 5 Ks. That's been all Diamondbacks on top 6-1. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. We head into the fourth inning, and Yangervis Solarte will take strike one from Archie Bradley. Look at the American League East. The Red Sox in extra innings right now against the Toronto Blue Jays. There's a grounder sharply in on one hop to Goldschmidt. Picks it off to the side and tags the bag ahead of Solarte. So 3 unassisted for the first out here of the fourth inning, and that'll bring up Melvin Upton Jr.
Mentioned yesterday, but how about the Red Sox nearly hitting 300 as a ball club?
Pretty incredible.
Almost at June. Wow.
They scored 9 runs yesterday and lost, as it turned out. Craig Kimbrell, the former Padre, and the blown save. They're now ahead 5-3 in the 11th at the Rogers Center in Toronto. And for the first time ever, the San Diego Padres will be going to Toronto this year. to the Rogers Center. I can't believe you haven't been there over all these years.
The last time I was there was a Seattle Mariner in 1992. Love the town. And back then, Rogers Center was still one of the state-of-the-art.
Yes, known as the Sky Dome now.
Right.
First retractable roof. Fly ball foul down the right field line. Now pretty common across the major leagues, including here at Chase Field.
I love the place we're going next. The umbrella effect at Safeco Field. It still gives you that outdoor feel when the roof is over the ballpark.
Up the middle, ranging is Ahmed. What a play this is. Wow.
Oh,
You talk about range, talk about a throw off balance, all of that and more as Upton is retired. Nick Ahmed.
well, it's worth mentioning again because the former Padre Phil Nevin manages the Reno Aces, the AAA affiliate for the Diamondbacks. And I remember talking to Phil last year, and he said, wait till you see this Ahmed kid. He's the best shortstop I think I've seen ever.
That's quite a statement.
That's quite a statement.
Fly ball foul off to the right, out of play.
Check out the range of Ahmed where he is starting, maybe about 6-7 strides, and then I mean throwing accurately when his momentum is going towards right field.
Fly ball down the right field line, long run, Goldschmidt and Drury, and Goldschmidt over the shoulder trying to make that catch. Ran out of room in a hurry, but just out of his reach.
Flash look. He had plenty of room. Easier said than done, right?
Yeah, tough to tell how much room he had, even though you're right. Did give it a quick peek. Still running pretty hard, though. Now that foul ball makes it 0-2 to Bethancourt. Single to drive in the Padres' lone run in the second. Now a grounder left side. The third baseman Goslin plants and throws low, but dug out nicely by Goldschmidt on the backhand. Padres down in order and trail 6-1.
Arizona, everyone. Who says you can't have a little bit of fun with Baxter the Bobcat? He is the mascot for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and here's Alexi Amarista before the game. 1 for 1, and here they go with a little rock, paper, scissors action. Alexi said that this relationship actually started last season and that it is carried over into this season, but he always looks forward to seeing Baxter. And Baxter even tweeted, he has his own Twitter account, you guys?
Of course he does.
And he tweeted that he had to come back with some tic-tac-toe today.
Baxter's pretty good. Watching Baxter's act over the weekend here. Pretty impressive. Top of the order, Gene Segura. Leading it off here for the Diamondbacks, last of the 4th inning. He has grounded out twice. Takes a hack there. That pitch in is down 0-2. Segura, Goslin, and Goldschmidt. It's 1, 2, and 3 in this Diamondbacks order. They scored a run in the first, 5 in the second. Enjoy a 6-1 lead here into the bottom of the 4th, and a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Pomerantz, who's starting to rack them up now. That's 6 Ks, and he struck out the last 4.
Well, it's worth another look. Trying to battle and trying to keep the Diamondbacks at 6. Boy, that's nose to toes. That's a good yacker right there.
One out, and Phil Goslin will ground one softly by the mound to short. Ramirez, low throw, but Myers does a great job at digging that out. And there are 2 down here in the 4th inning.
I'll tell you what, we've seen, and Will would be the first to admit, there have been some balls that have caught him, and then he has caught some balls, right?
Which do you think this one?
Watch him swipe at this one.
I got it.
Yeah, it makes it look easy.
2 down, 4 in a row. Retired by Pomerantz, who has kind of settled in here now a little bit. But Paul Goldschmidt, that's his 3rd AB of the day. He's got a single, a double, driven in 2 runs.
Hey, but those are the nice plays that infielders thank their first base because it saves them of an error.
Absolutely. 5 for 7 in the series is Goldschmidt.
11 straight strikes from Pomerantz. Make it 12.
Foul back, make it 13. Struck out Segura to begin the inning. Goslin grounds out to short. He's not found a way to get Goldschmidt out. He's not been alone in that category this series. Goldschmidt's had a great series. He saw 5 for 7. That'll sail away. 1 and 2. Crisscross 1-0.
No, Kansas 1-0.
What was crisscross?
Sailing
then?
Takes me away. Come sail away is Kansas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look, God.
Get it right.
Trying to play your game and I can't even do that.
Shake yourself, cha-cha.
Let's look at a miss for Goldschmidt.
I'm done with you. I wash my hands.
7 strikeouts for Pomerantz. 6-1 Arizona. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Sign up for the new Padres Club Card today. By Mercury Insurance. We're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. and by the Sony Alpha 7R2, Popular Photography's 2015 Camera of the Year. Back in the desert. Laird has favored the Diamondbacks today. Arizona on top 6-1. And a curveball will miss to Alexei Ramirez. Leads it off here in the 5th inning. Fly to right in the 2nd, 0 for 1.
Hey, I owe you an apology. I was wrong.
Me a lot of apologies. Which is this one for, though?
My mind was working so quickly. It was Sticks come sail away. Sticks, not Kansas.
High drive, deep left field for Alexei Ramirez. His first home run in a Padres uniform.
Come sail away, my friend.
Alexei Ramirez, who had 10 last year with the White Sox, has that first Padres home run here today.
And it was a fastball in, up and in a little bit. And congratulations to Alexei Ramirez, first home run as a Padre. Good extension, sweet spot. That spells home run.
Now Amarista pop up, kind of got jammed shallow left. So Moss coming in, and he'll put it away for the first out here in the 5th inning. So a 6-2 Diamondbacks lead now. Leadoff home run by Ramirez, 1 out, and Drew Pomeranz coming up.
Well, I was off by a game, right? Or was it 2 games? Did I say that the first game of the series?
I thought you said Friday night.
I did, yeah. I predicted his first home run Friday night, but not the case.
Swing and a miss for Pomeranz, who struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Center fielder Chris Owings over towards right center. Good sized gap out in left center. And of course, it'll go a long way if you head out there. 413, the left center field kind of jets out as Pomeranz swings and misses and strikes out. Second time he's done that today, and that is now 6 strikeouts for Archie Bradley. 2 down. Top of the order, and John Jay. Strikeout victim in the 1st, single to center in the 3rd. The gaps here, but they really do jet out. 413, right center, left center. They'll go a long way.
That's why if the center fielder, in this case Chris Owings, if he's playing on the shallow side and you get something on the line. Oh.
Line to Goslin, to the backhand he goes to reel that in and to end the inning. Home run for Alexei Ramirez in the inning. It's 6-2 Diamondbacks. over the Padres as the Padres get a run back. Well, some surprise pitching this year. I guess you would put Drew Pomeranz on that list for sure. A 1.70 ERA. Mentioned about a spring training. Made the rotation. Tyler Chatwood having a very good year for the Rockies.
Boy, I look at the Rich Hill ERA
Rich Hill.
at 1.55, and also, hey, Danny Sanchez for the Cleveland Indians. I'm sorry, Danny Salazar. Danny Salazar having a great year for Terry Francona and the Tribe.
Brandon Drury leading it off here in the 5th inning. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, struck out swinging in the 2nd inning.
Of course, Chris Tillman with the Orioles.
Rich Hill, one of the nicest people you will ever meet. So happy for him coming back from Tommy John.
Yeah.
Drury 0 for 2. Grounder foul.
You get grossed out by things?
Depends what it is.
Okay. Because I looked it up on YouTube. They'll actually show a Tommy John surgery.
I don't think I want to see that.
You don't want to do that?
No.
It's really quite interesting. I mean, we talk about it so much. Here's the question. Do people actually know what consists of a Tommy John surgery? What exactly happens? And I think it's very intriguing and very interesting to find out and watch. I mean, if hearing drills go into bone freaks you out,
it's going to be a problem.
You probably don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's cool to find out they do it. They take, you know, the ligament that blows out is probably no more than an inch, maybe an inch and a half wide. But they take another ligament from either your leg or your other arm. In fact, if you connect your pinky and your thumb, you can see a couple of ligaments here, or tendons, I should say, tendons. They take some out of your forearm or either your leg, and then they weave it in and out of that bone in your elbow where the ulnar collateral ligament is, and it's only a matter of that much. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing, but I don't want to see it.
It's really cool.
They drill.
Well, yeah, because they got to weave the ligament in and out of the bone, so it takes to the bone, and then they have to reattach it to the other side.
So there's one already there that is now torn, right? Or are you creating an entirely new?
No, there's a ligament there,
right,
that blows out.
So why don't you just use that area to come back through with the new ligament?
Well, the ligament is connected to the bone.
A new one?
Because the new one's attached to the bone. You got to find some way to attach it to the bone.
So I guess that's why guys come back better.
A lot of guys
do.
A lot of guys have come back much stronger. Some guys have had 2, 3.
Not big on watching surgeries.
It's pretty cool.
You did not have Tommy John, right?
I did not. I had labrum fray in my shoulder. That's the cartilage in your shoulder capsule that frays. So when you throw, it irritates the socket, the humerus bone goes up into your shoulder socket, and then when you have that fraying of the cartilage, it's irritation and it hurts.
That's 9 strikeouts now for Pomeranz, racking them up here, and he's now retired. The last 7 in a row and 5 by way of the K.
Is it the curveball? Oh, it's the high fastball or cutter maybe. Maybe it looks like a cutter.
So 2 down here in the 5th inning. Brings up Chris Owings. Had a home run in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Pomeranz elevating and missing to even the count at 1-1. Foul tipped and held on to there by Bethancourt. So 7 in a row retired by Pomeranz, and 6 of the 7 by way of the K. One, 2. Did he go? They'll check. No, he did not. There's the check with Tony Randazzo, first base umpire. home run for Owings was his second of the year.
Hey, stay tuned. Next half inning, we're going to talk about appendicitis and how to take out a ruptured appendix. By the way, we have a great crew here in Arizona, and a lot of people have been asking about this guy right here.
Yes.
Turn around, Russ. This is Russell Brooks. He's our statistician. He's an ASU grad. Go Sparky. We just want to say thank you, Russell, for all you do.
He does a tremendous job.
Russell's a good kid. So a lot of people have been asking, hey, who's that guy in the background that's laughing at Mud's tired jokes?
He finds you funny.
Well, he's an easy crowd. But thank you, Russ. You're awesome.
Good job, Russ. Way to work. Now a 2-out walk here, and the 4th walk allowed by Pomeranz. Chris Herman coming up has walked twice.
See, your appendix is on the lower right side. So if you're experiencing pain down there, see a doctor.
There's a check swing. Did he go? No. They checked with Todd Tickner, the third base umpire. Now, did you watch that surgery too recently?
I have.
You watched that too?
Sure, why not?
So you watch surgeries on a regular basis?
I had a son who had a ruptured appendix. He had to take it out, so I wanted to
see what happened.
Yeah. Brush up on it.
You're practically a doctor.
Not really.
Two and one here to Chris Herman. Fly ball headed out towards left field, and Melvin Upton Jr. out there in left will make the catch. That ends the inning. We played 5 from the desert of Arizona. Diamondbacks on top 6-2. There is game summary with this game tied 1-1. Leading off in the second inning was Chris Owings with his second home run of the year. All part of a 5-run second inning and a bunt. Safety squeeze for Archie Bradley that leads to a run, and safe at first was Bradley with an RBI single as it turned out. Goslin to second base, and a play that was challenged as the Arizona Diamondbacks took the lead. This liner for Paul Goldschmidt up over the head of Matt Kemp leads to 2 more Arizona runs. And a 6-1 lead at the end of 2. Alexei Ramirez with one of really a couple of highlights for the Padres in this game, and his first home run in a Padres uniform for Alexei. 6-2 Diamondbacks as we head to the top of the 6th inning. home run, incidentally, for Alexei Ramirez. First home run in 250 plate appearances. His last home run coming in September of last year for the White Sox against the Oakland A's. September 15th of last season. Well, it's Will Myers who leads it off here in the 6th inning. 2, 3, and 4 for San Diego. Myers, Kemp, and Solarte scheduled to bat in the inning. Your thoughts on Archie Bradley through the first 5?
I like the way he works. I like his fastball. Hey, it's straight, but he's got to locate it. I like the breaking ball. He's aggressive in the zone.
Fly ball center field. Owing started back now, coming in, and he'll get there. Hung up long enough for him to run underneath it and make the grab for the first out here, the 6th inning. Well, it's time now to check out the Cholula flamethrower. Check out Archie Bradley's fastball velocity. 94.
I was thinking 93, 94, but it's where he places it, and yeah, that's picante on the mild side.
1 out, and here's Matt Kemp, 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the first, grounded out to third in the third. Center field, Owings, a little easier try this time. 2 down. Couple steps to his left. First 2 putouts of the 6th inning, belonging to Chris Owings out there in center.
Boy, up to this point, 1 bad inning. That was the case last night, remember? 5 in the second as well. After winning game 1 of the series, 10-3.
Meanwhile, Pomeranz racking up 9 strikeouts.
Yeah.
The 1 bad inning. That 2nd inning, a 5-run inning for the Diamondbacks. Happened quickly. Yangervis Solarte. A double in the 2nd inning. Came around to score on the RBI single by Christian Bethancourt to right field. Changed his mind in the middle of that swing. It was down 0-2. Off the end of the bat, getting a piece of that. Bradley pitching here into the 6th inning. Has 2 down in the inning. 76 pitches in his outing so far. And a swing and a miss, and he hurt himself there, kind of rolling the ankle. At the end of that delivery, strikes out Solarte with a high fastball in 7th K, but coming off gingerly. 6-2 Arizona. All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark. Carlos Villanueva into the game as the pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford, and Villanueva checks in for Pomerantz after 5.
Well, the Padres are in slam range. We are in the bottom of the 6th, so it's the idea for Carlos Villanueva to be that tourniquet and hopefully stop the bleeding to give the Padres a chance.
Nick Ahmed leading it off and lining one back where it came from and into center. Leadoff single for Ahmed. He's been doing it all defensively in this game and now offensively with his second hit of the day.
Well, the last half inning from Bradley kind of rolled his ankle a little bit and kind of got bitten a little bit. Comes off and gets a pat on the back from Chris Herman there and breaks a smile. Everything's a-okay.
Archie Bradley staying in this game and batting here. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a pitch up and away. 77 pitches for him through the first 6 innings. He's contributed offensively as well. And a bunt base hit, trying to drop down a safety squeeze in the second inning. Ended up with a base hit and an RBI. And then struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Squaring again, but taking a pitch up high, 2-0. So Pomerantz just the one bad inning today. Yeah. 5 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, struck out 9. Struck out 7 in the last 3 innings that he worked. Ended up throwing 97 pitches. Check on Ahmed at first base. Back to the bag. Bradley getting the signs from third base coach Matt Williams. Strike called on that outside corner. Villanueva, we're talking about that 17-inning game a week ago today. He went 3 scoreless innings in that outing. Perdomo, of course, went 5. Runner taken off at first, and the pitch is a strike, and he will get to second base almost before Villanueva came home with that. That was some kind of jump.
He had a 5 or 6 stride running start. He just took off, guessing that Villanueva was going to kick, and you could hear everybody in the dugout. You hear it up here, hey, step off, step off. By that time, he committed. Now Bethencourt will go out and go over the signs. Series of signs with that runner on second base. Hey, it's going to be interesting in this game because trailing by 4 within slam range, well, if it gets to the point to where, in fact, they go to Ziegler again, because last night they rattled him around a little bit. So
it was very shaky.
Back-to-back nights, hopefully, or for Chip Hale probably, go to Ziegler to try to hold on that lead. It'll be interesting to see how the Padre hitters react against Ziegler, if in fact he goes out there for a second night in a row.
Well, he pulled it back and slashed away, but strikes out. That's 10 strikeouts for Padres pitching today. The first for Villanueva.
Well, Drew Pomerantz, sure, the punch-outs were nice. He had 9 all told after today, working down in the zone. Hey, you know what? Both sides. Pitchers were getting some calls off the plate, but you have to take advantage of that. It was the one bad inning, the 5 runs for the Diamondbacks in the second. They sent 9 hitters to the plate. And that's the difference in this one.
Gene Segura lines it into left field for a base hit. Ahmed will be stopped at third, and the Diamondbacks with runners at first and third now with 1 out in the inning. First hit of the day for Segura had been 0 for 3.
Hanging breaky ball. Actually, I take that back. That was on the outer half of the plate and down maybe a little bit below the knees. So not a hanging breaky ball, but great plate coverage by Segura. Going down again and pulling that baseball.
So at the corners with 1 down here for Phil Gosselin, the batter. He's been on twice, a walk and a single before grounding out to shortstop in the 4th inning. inside, almost grazed him, and that'll leave it at 1-1. Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. Going to do some more damage. He already has a single, a double, a couple of RBIs in this game.
And when Goldschmidt's swinging the bat well, how do you think the hitters in front of him feel? Getting some good pitches because they know you don't want to pitch to Goldschmidt with runners on base. That's why the ideal situation right here would be the old twin killing.
Throw first, and again almost throwing that ball away as Myers had to come off the bag to grab that on the backhand. That single to begin the inning, stole second. Bradley struck out. A single to left for Segura. First and third, one down. 1-1 to Goslin. And that's on the outside corner for strike two. A little closer, but back safely is Segura. Reaches out and fouls it off to the right, out of play. Swing and a miss. Goslin strikes out. Villanueva gets him. Second K for Villanueva. And that is out number 2 of the 6th inning. It's time now for In the Driver's Seat, brought to you by Kia. Paul Goldschmidt coming up here. And he has been in the driver's seat. Single, double, a couple of RBIs today. 4 RBIs in the series against the Padres. First and third, 2 down. And here is Goldschmidt.
Villanueva is going to have to really be careful here. He's only topping out at 88, 89. He's got to be really careful. But essentially, you know, there is a base open. That being second base. Drury on deck. Was on with the fielder's choice, and he has gone down by way of the K 2 times.
Outside 2-0. I'm still in your stuff too. I'm walking around yelling, "Cuidado!
Cuidado, piece of Mahada. Cuidado, piece of Mahada." Yeah, you can use it. Fastball away. Slider, fastball in. Breaking ball right here, I think. Yep.
In the dirt, nicely sliding to his right, Bethancourt.
I don't think he wants to give him anything to hit.
Kind of pitching around him here.
First 2 pitches off the plate, that breaking ball in the dirt. Fastball away.
And there's ball four. 4-pitch walk. So load the bases.
In honor of Memorial Day weekend, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with emerging vets and players dedicated to ensuring our nation's Warriors can be as productive off the field as they were on it by joining combat veterans with former athletes to form a common bond over dedication and teamwork. Visit foxsportsupports.com to learn more.
Bases loaded, 2 down in the inning, and Brandon Drury, the batter. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the second, struck out in the fifth. On the outside corner.
It is a huge at bat right here. Trailing by 4. You want to keep it at 4. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put them. Force it any base. Cambio.
Good pitch. Calls out Christian Bethancourt. Bases filled with Diamondbacks here with 2 down in the 6th inning. Drury 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts today. And on the outside corner, Villanueva gets him for the 3rd time today. Ends up striking out the side. Diamondbacks leave them loaded, but Arizona's got a 6-2 lead. San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf, the industry's only lifetime turf. By Petco, your complete pet store. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealers. Back in the desert in Arizona. Fair amount of man-made water in the area.
Yeah, scorpion alert as well, because remember Julie Alexandria was talking about 2 of our coaches. Griffin Benedict was bitten by a scorpion in his room, and Darren Balsley was stung by one last night. So I mean, I tore my room apart
looking for one.
Yeah, I'm serious. I was looking under my mattress, box spring.
I'm nervous about one being in my travel bag because I left it open the entire time we were here.
So I've yet to encounter any scorpions, which is good. I don't think they go to Seattle at all. I don't think there are scorpions in Seattle, so I think we're in the clear there.
Let's hoping the bag doesn't, the bag's going with me to Seattle, so I'm hopeful I'm not traveling it to Seattle. This is up the middle, and at second base, Segura throws to first for out number 1. More on Scorpions. Julie?
Well, I learned a lot about scorpions this weekend, you guys. I was talking to Mark McGuire, and he told me he was so scared that a scorpion was going to make its way into his room that he slept with the lights on because they are nocturnal. They do not like the light, so they like dark, damp places, and that's where they hide. And they also don't come out in the winter. They only come out in the summer when the weather is starting to get warm, and that's exactly what's happening here in Arizona.
Interesting.
Wow. So he slept with his lights on. I don't think I could do that. But, you know, had I known all these people were going to get stung in the last 24 hours, I would have done that because there's no way I could sleep knowing that these things are wandering around. And I don't know about Darren. I think Darren's was in his bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The other one was in the bed.
Right, under his pillow.
Yes. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Christian Bethancourt, RBI single in the second inning.
I'm deathly afraid of scorpions and rattlesnakes, obviously.
Yep.
It's just not fun, but
No,
you know, we went through the booth here and we
have you seen any?
haven't seen any. So I think we're in the clear.
It's an odd colored one that you have there.
Where?
Most of them, I think, are brown. They're not gray. 2-2 is in the dirt.
I looked throughout the booth.
Couldn't find any?
There wasn't any.
I liked it better when you had it on your face before. That was
Really?
good. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Like this? Like,
Yeah.
seen any scorpions around?
No.
But, you know, they're pretty big.
Yes, they are. That's 8 strikeouts now for Archie Bradley. He has been very good today. Time for the Bill Howe play of the game. Alexei Ramirez with his first home run in a Padres uniform.
No, it was an Archie Bradley fastball. He wanted it down and away, and that one leaks up. Inner third of the plate. First one of the year for Alexei Ramirez. Hopefully we see more of that as the summer approaches and heats up. Hopefully Alexei Ramirez heats up as well.
8 in a row retired as a pop-up right side. Goldschmidt will give way to Segura. Well, the Diamondbacks have got themselves a 6-2 lead. Yep, that's scary.
Hey, easy now.
Oh, thank you.
Get away.
Here as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, of course, the recent passing of Joe Garagiola, the great Joe Garagiola, and they had the ceremony here on May the 16th to honor him, and they are all wearing The Joes on the jerseys as well. You may have noticed throughout this series. This was part of that special day here at the ballpark on May the 16th. And so much to baseball great ambassador, and certainly one of the great voices you remember growing up.
Joe was very involved with a lot of charitable organizations and the mission here in Phoenix. And you know what? He was one of the voices of my childhood.
Yep.
I remember watching the games of the week.
Absolutely.
Could not wait to watch the game of the week on TV and hearing Joe Graziola and Tony Kubek. I mean, back in the day, that was the one thing you looked forward to.
Absolutely. Saturdays.
Absolutely. It was on your schedule to turn on the game. So, gosh, just and just a sweet man, was he not?
Yes, miss seeing him here because this is usually where you would see him when you came through Arizona with the Diamondbacks. You'd see him at some point during the series.
Good heart, great stories. Always made you feel accepted. Always made you laugh. He's going to be dearly missed.
Well, it is the last half of the 7th inning, and Yasmani Tomas leading it off. He'll take strike one. Second inning of relief for Villanueva. Ended up striking out the side, but 2 hits and a walk mixed in the 6th inning, but did not allow a run. Tomas struck out twice and grounded out. Fly ball deep right. Back goes Kemp towards the track, and he'll make the running catch. That ball was moving away from him, and Kemp able to get back there and grab it right at the edge of the track. And running into that right field corner for the first out here at the bottom of the 7th.
Well, at first I thought this was going to be trouble because at first it looked like Matt did not take the best route, but he made up the difference there, catching it on the run. Ball slicing off the bat, the right-handed bat of Tomas, and right there he cuts back in towards the line to make the catch.
First out here, the 7th inning, brings up Chris Owings. And the curveball in there for a strike. Owings with a home run back in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and then walked in the 5th. Center fielder for the Diamondbacks. A count of 1-1. Pomeranz starter today for the Padres on the hook right now. Came in with that minuscule 1.70 earned run average. It allowed 6 runs in 5 innings, walked 3, struck out 9.
Pitching coach Mike Butcher on the right, and Archie Bradley. They're going over some hitters. Possibly who's he's going to be facing next half inning. There is action in the snake pit for the Diamondbacks.
Emarista, the pitching spot, and John Jay expected next inning. And this is the home run that Pomeranz gave up to Owings. It started that 5-run 2nd inning.
He got to that ball quickly. It was a fastball in, and he turned on it.
Payout pitch. And a foul off to the right. There's Daniel Hudson up in the pen. Part of the bridge that gets you to Ziegler. We saw him last night. And generally, the 8th inning is his area. Looks like it may be again. Swinging a foul tip, held on to by Bethancourt. That's 4 strikeouts now for Villanueva. That is 13 now in the game for Padres pitching. It's time now for greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. And this coming up here for the Padres, a home-and-home series with the Seattle Mariners. Robinson Cano having a terrific bounce-back season. 14 home runs, 293 average. Nelson Cruz, all kinds of power. 10 homers, 285 average. And we will see King Felix. 4-4 record with a 2.86 ERA. Padres have not seen the Mariners since spring training, of course, sharing the Orioles Sports Complex.
Robinson Cano tied for second rather in home runs going in today in the American League. Did you see that ball that Nelly Cruz hit out in batting practice yesterday?
Out of the yard, right?
Out of Safeco Field.
Check at third didn't go, says Todd Titchener, third base umpire. Mariners heading into today with a half-game lead over the Texas Rangers atop the American League West, and it seems the Mariners are playing the kind of baseball this year that they expected to play last year. Not happened for whatever reason for the M's, but this is to center field, sending Jay back, and Jay can't make the catch over the shoulder to one-hop the wall. Meanwhile, Herman's thinking three, and he will get there without a problem. 2-out triple to straightaway center field for Chris Herman.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, these Diamondbacks extra base hits. Well, Herman gets extended. You could tell that one was hit well off the bat. It had that sound to it. So John Jay is on his horse, can't get to it. It's 407 straight away. No help from the third base coach, Matt Williams. He'll take it himself. Diamondbacks lead the National League in triples.
Herman's got 3 triples now with his 24 hits this season. Walking lead off third with 2 down. Nick Ahmed has already got 2 hits in this game. It's a bloop down the right field line, foul ground. Over goes Myers to make the catch over the shoulder, basket style to end the inning. Played 7 from the desert. 6-2 Diamondbacks. All right, Mike, thanks very much. As we play along here to the 8th inning, back out there is Archie Bradley. And Alexi Amarista leading it off here for the Padres.
Yeah, he looked like he was still in game mode. Remember, we shot him twice in that dugout for the Diamondbacks, he was talking to Mike Butcher a couple of times.
Some defensive changes here for the Diamondbacks defensively. 2-0 pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Archie Bradley has now retired the last 9 Padres in a row, and there's another strike in there. 2-2 right on that outside corner. Here are the changes. Jake Lamb comes into third base, and Michael Bourne moving into right field. Defensive purposes here now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss, and Amarista strikes out, rising fastball, and that's 9 strikeouts now for Archie Bradley. Pretty good outing for him today.
Well, Shelby Miller's on the DL and Dave Duncan on the right with Dave Stewart on the left talking mechanics. And Dave Duncan doing most of the demonstrating there. You see the numbers 2012 to 15, the numbers for Shelby Miller, and then this year 2016 trying to iron some things out mechanically for the right-hander.
That's pretty good to have those guys along to help you, though. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Dave Duncan and Dave Stewart, you bet.
You know, Brett Wallace pinch hitting here in the pitcher's spot with 1 down.
Dave Duncan, Crawford High School in San Diego. One of the many catchers that attended. Bob Boone. I think Eddie Herman went to Crawford. And I know somewhere in San Diego, Bill Center is sending me a message right now because there's maybe
You've
1 or
missed a
2
few.
Crawford guys that played the big leagues.
Well, ball 4, Wallace down to first base. That breaks up a string of 10 in a row. Retired by Archie Bradley. Today's game is presented by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. 1-out walk for Brett Wallace brings up John Jay. Lionel Campos just recalled by the Padres, with Cesar Vargas going on the DL. Well, this walk by Bradley, maybe the end of the day for him, as Chip Hale hit it out there. And his crowd in Arizona let him know what he thinks of him as he comes off here. The 6-2 lead, well-pitched game.
I'm a firm believer in reading swings and reading the hitter. And if I go out there and I throw a fastball and he's late, doesn't see it, or fouls it over top of the other dugout, I know that I shouldn't throw something softer and give him a chance to
speed up his bat,
and
right?
catch up. And that's kind of something I live by. If they take a good swing at my fastball, I'm not going to come with a fastball back in the zone again. It might be off the plate or it might be a different pitch.
Well, one of the great stories this year, no question. That was an early look at Tuesday's all-new ST Live featuring Ryan Buchter. Tuesday after Padres Live on Fox Sports San Diego. Now, new pitcher on now for the Diamondbacks, Daniel Hudson into the game.
8th inning guy Hudson. If it's a save, it's Ziegler. Hard throwing right-hander. Pitched last night in the 8th inning. Surrendered 1 hit. Nice outing for Archie Bradley, 7 1/3. Only 1 walk. He struck out 9. He is responsible for Brett Wallace on first base.
Now against John Jay, 1 for 3 today was Archie Bradley, as the pitch is going to miss. Jay with a single in the 3rd inning. Struck out, lined out. He's got 1 of 4 Padres hits. Batting with Brett Wallace at first base and 1 out here in the Padres 8th inning. Strike over the inside corner.
Pulled the string on him. Changeup.
Line to right field, and that ball is going to get to the wall in a couple of hops. From first base, Wallace will go to third base on a double by John Jay. 2nd and 3rd now with 1 out. And Jay with a double to right, quickly back to the wall.
That ball was smoked. Padres got some going here with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. That looked like a cutter down and in, and John Jay was all over it. These Padre hitters got a chance to see Hudson last night, as I mentioned. So they know what he's all about. Hard thrower. It seems like everything's hard out of the hand of Hudson.
So 2 hits today for John Jay, single, and more recently the double. Making some noise here in the 8th. Will Myers 0 for 3 in the game today. Foul off to the right, out of play. Well, the bullpen has been a problem for this Diamondbacks team. And look at the last 8 games for that pen. ERA at 9. What a batting average, up over 400. Inside to Myers. Well, John Jay, who just doubled here. 5 for 10 now in the series. 3 extra base hits for him. Campos now joined by Ryan Buchter.
Well, now it gets interesting because you get the left-hander Buchter, who's been in more leverage style games, right? If it gets closer here, you want to shut it down, you probably go with Buchter if the Padres get some runs in this inning. Pitcher spot leads off next inning for the Diamondbacks. Buchter could be getting ready for a lefty if Chip Hale sends a lefty out there.
Framed there by Herman, but a ball, 95 miles an hour. Hudson misses. 2-2 the count. Brett Wallace at 3rd, John Jay at 2nd with 1 out in the Padres 8th. On the ground left side as Jake Lamb on the run. His throw is high and the tag is there to get Myers. Run will score. Myers is out. On a high throw, nice play by Goldschmidt to go up and get it and then apply the tag on the way by. I think he may have actually got Myers on the helmet for the 2nd out, but Wallace scores from 3rd.
Well, no argument from Will Myers after this play. Here's a look. See if the helmet moves. Oh,
I don't know.
oh, I don't know. You know that.
They are not going to challenge.
I still undecided. How about you?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, any of the replays. Pitch in there for a strike to Matt Kemp. The Myers didn't argue at all.
Yeah.
So run in, 2 down in the inning. John Jay remained at second base, and Matt Kemp today 0 for 3. Has struck out, grounded out, flied out. Grounds it foul. That run is charged to the starter, Archie Bradley. 7 1/3. He ends up giving up 3 runs. And a chance for the win here today. Came in individually at 1-0. He's called up from Reno to make this start today. 0-2 to Kemp. And a swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball at 95. Padres get a run as we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-3 Arizona. Game 6-3 Diamondbacks. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Of course, after this game, the Padres will be traveling to Seattle to take on the Mariners. Andrew Kashner on the mound tomorrow. Nathan Carnes on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. Making his 10th start. Kashner will be making his 9th start. And a 4-1 record for Carnes so far in the year is with you at 12:30 tomorrow on Memorial Day. As the Padres and Mariners begin a home-and-home series, 2 in Seattle and then 2 in San Diego.
Enter Leonel Campos, his 3rd game this season. He was recalled from AAA El Paso. 3rd stint with the Pods this year. Last time out was at Milwaukee, or Milwaukee, some people say. Couple innings, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts.
Ricky Weeks Jr. pinch hitting here in the pitcher's spot, leads it off here in the last of the 8th inning. And Carlos Villanueva, 2 shutout innings, allowed 2 hits, walked a batter, struck out 4. So that's 13 strikeouts in the game for Padres pitching. Pomeranz had 9, Villanueva with 4. Weeks, Segura. As this pitch is going to miss outside. And Bourne will be expected to bat. You call that a strike?
I think so.
Just making it up as I go. 1-1. I was trying to figure out who's coming at third in this order, to be honest with you. With the defensive changes, and I looked at that big board in the left, which is really good that they have it here. And Bourne has been spotted in. You know, they made the defensive changes.
Correct.
So Bourne is going to be batting third. There he is.
Third this inning.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Not in the lineup.
Right.
Because I was going through my thing where I was saying who was coming up.
Right.
You have Weeks, you got Segura, and then I blanked. I had nothing. So that's when I started to search the boards, trying to figure out where he was coming in.
I'll be honest with you. I was right there with you.
Okay.
So don't feel
So that's
bad.
my excuse for missing that pitch. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Those boards are helpful, though.
I'll tell you what, I love them.
Yeah.
The lineup is there all the time. Padres on the right, Diamondbacks on the left. 2-2 pitch to Ricky Weeks Jr. And that is strike three. He didn't like the call at all. Spins around and looks at Bill Miller. So Campos able to strike him out.
Located fastball. Yeah, doubt that. Outside corner, right at the knees. You bet.
One down. Gene Segura coming up.
Now that shouldn't be allowed.
No. Where is that coming from?
I don't know, but it's distracting.
And one out here in the eighth. Segura the batter, and a grounder back up the middle, up over second and into center. Segura with his second hit of the day. One out single here in the bottom of the eighth.
Great pickup for the Diamondbacks with the absence of A.J. Pollock. Boy, if he was in the lineup, who knows where this Diamondback team would be. But getting hurt in spring training, right?
Yes.
Big
Great loss for them.
Big void.
One out, one on. Michael Bourne batting for the first time. Took over last inning defensively in right field. .423 average so far with the Diamondbacks. That's in the 2 spot in the order. This was Phil Goslin before, and Goslin walked and singled. Single drove in a run in the second inning for Goslin. On the corner. Wearing out that outside corner and ahead 0-2. Well, there he is, the closer, Brad Ziegler. And what right now is a save situation. Came in a non-save situation last night. And of course the Padres got back within a run, but came up just a run short. Got a big double play to end last night's game. But it was an adventure, to say the least. Not exactly lights out. Lights were on. Oh-2 to Michael Bourne. That's up and away. Well, it seems like there's one particular pitcher who goes up and down all season. Sometimes 4 or 5 different trips to the big leagues, and
you got to be mentally tough.
might be Campos.
That's. Remember Kevin Quackenbush?
Yep.
The last couple years. A couple years ago, he was that guy.
Pitch in the dirt, snapped throw to first, and almost got away. Myers able to pick it, and Bethencourt may have hurt himself. Limping, not sure if he rolled the ankle or what he did there when he hopped up.
Check it out. Okay, blocks it, goes to his right, gets up. Kind of tough to tell.
setting up a way here, looking for the fastball on a 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball to second base. Sharply hit. Amarista to second for one. On to first for two. Double play ends this 8th inning. It's on to the 9th inning. 6-3. Diamondbacks have the lead. Brad Ziegler will be coming in. The double play ends the inning. A little shaky last night for Brad Ziegler, the closer, in a non-safe situation. As the Padres get back within a run. A little wild throw there, scoring Solarte. Padres able to get to him, and a couple of runs driven in there.
Well, the thing they did so well last night was they got some pitches up and they did some hacking. That's what you have to do against Brad Ziegler. A lot of ground balls. Ratio of almost 6-to-1 ground balls to fly balls. So infielders are very, very busy. And as Don mentioned, it is a safe situation. He is 8 for 8. Righties swinging the bat very well. 324 clip.
Strike one to Yangervis Solarte. 1 for 3, a double in the second inning. 3 for 8 in his career against Ziegler.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Solarte fouls it back to the screen. Still 0-2. 36 consecutive saves right now for Brad Ziegler. More than Familia, the Mets. Wrap foul, still 0-2. Solarte, Upton, and Bethancourt scheduled to bat here in the top of the 9th inning with the Padres down by 3. Tomorrow starting at 12:30 from Seattle.
The Emerald City. Right?
Yes.
Love the Great Northwest.
Safeco Field, beautiful ballpark.
Hey,
look out. Solarte gets hit. Well, Padres need base runners, and they have one to begin this 9th inning.
That's the last thing Ziegler wants to do. Breaky ball that just gets away from him.
Left fielder Melvin Upton Jr.
So lead runner on here, and it brings up Melvin Upton Jr. 0 for 3 today. Slide out to right, grounded out to short, grounded out to second. 3 for 12 in his career against Ziegler. Fly ball to right field. Bourne gets twisted around back to the track to make the catch. Right in front of the wall out there in right. High fly ball off the bat of Upton, but he's out number 1 of the 9th. Let's revisit the keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
First one was knock out Archie early. Well, he went 7 1/3 after being recalled for a second time from Reno. Only 3 earned runs, and he had a career high 9 strikeouts. And support for Pomerantz. Only 2 runs for Drew, and he went 5 innings. And I'm going to give myself an F. Today's keys to the game.
1 on, 1 out, and Christian Bethancourt will take the pitch inside.
I stunk it up, I have to admit.
Bethancourt with a single, an RBI single to right field in the 2nd inning. Sends in a ground out and a strikeout, and a strike over the outside corner. Slowly hit back towards the mound. Ziegler will throw to first base in time for out number 2 as Solarte takes second base. So 1-3 on the putout. It's time now for the Carl's Jr. star of the game, and it is the starter, Archie Bradley. 7 1/3 innings in this game. 9 strikeouts, career high for him. That's exactly what Chip Hale and the Arizona Diamondbacks are looking for.
Yeah, the fastball located. He was flipping up the curveball. 5 spot in the 2nd inning. That helps matters for the right-hander. Gave him some breathing room.
2 down in the 9th inning. Alexei Ramirez, and that one ends up behind him. Number to go.
I think he should be ejected.
I don't agree.
Well, this one gets away again. That was a breaking ball.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's amazing how Herman catches that ball. I mean, that was behind Ramirez.
Want to know the count to Alexei. 3 for 10 in the series, batting here at 2 outs and a runner at second base, and a pitch in there for a strike over the outside corner. Alexei with his first home run in a Padres uniform back in the 5th inning. A little bit low. Ziegler, the 3rd pitcher used today, saw Bradley for 7 1/3, giving up 3 runs. Daniel Hudson, 2/3 of an inning, no runs, and now Brad Ziegler, the closer, in with a 2-1, 3-1. Alexei Ramirez can find his way on. Hector Sanchez would be the batter, and coming up here is the potential tying run. 3-1.
I don't think that's the 3-1 pitch that Alexei wants to swing at. See that pitch number 5 off the plate. I mean, 3-1. You want to get that pitch that's middle in that you can do some damage with. Not a lot of damage you can do with that pitch.
Two down in the 9th. 3-2 pitch coming up. Ramirez strikes out looking. Drops the bat and says some things to Bill Miller. Ends the ball game as the Padres strand a runner in the 9th inning, and the Arizona Diamondbacks win this game and win the series Final score again, Arizona 6 and the Padres 3. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?